Hi, and welcome to WineLovers.tv. And this is our second episode of WineLovers.tv, so we're happy to bring you along for our next stage in the adventure. I'm your host, Dana, and I'm here with Morgan.
Good evening.
And today we're going to be tasting a delicious Cabernet Sauvignon.
Yes, from Paso Robles. And so, what we want to do is really mix it up here so that we start off with some education, and then we end it with the fun stuff where we get to just drink some wine. So first, I'll introduce you to Paso Robles, and then Dana will tell you all about Justin, the winery, and this amazing wine we're going to have tonight. And hopefully, if you bought this wine to taste with us, then you can actually taste the wine with us. We'll taste it together. We'll even do a cheers to you.
We would love to hear any tasting notes that you have. So
yes.
I'd be curious to know. So please comment.
Yeah, exactly. So Paso Robles, first off, and I have this written down, so I'm going to reference my notes sometimes. It's named for the local oak trees, and it actually means the Pass of the Oaks. First grapes were planted in 1797, that's correct, I got it right, by Franciscan missionaries. And really the region started out with Zinfandels. That's what was popular there, but the region itself wasn't popular, just Zinfandel was popular. Then there was actually a Polish statesman and concert pianist that came to the region and totally fell in love with it, bought 2,000 acres of land, and that was really what put Paso Robles on the map, is this Polish statesman, which you would never...
Is that winery still operating today?
I think it is.
Yeah.
You asked me a question I don't know the answer to. I think it's something like Bianchi or something. I don't know. I don't know that much. We're still learning the basics here. After that, the one thing to know about it is the character of the wine. Paso Robles has a really interesting climate, which it's actually really warm. It can get really warm during the day and then really cool at night, which brings out a very intense character in the wines. If you go to Paso Robles, it's really hot during the day and cold at night, and the wines feel that, and that makes them very intense, very fruity. The varietals that are pretty well known in Paso Robles are Zinfandel and Syrah, but also Cabernet. Cabernet is the number one most planted varietal in Paso Robles. And this is just all great wines. You can't say that there's one or two good ones, because it really is a huge wine region. And that's an introduction to Paso Robles. Now,
Great.
Here we go.
And so today we're going to be tasting the Justin, the wine produced by the Justin Vineyard, the 2008 Cabernet Sauvignon. So we're really looking forward to that. Actually, we went to Paso Robles not too long ago and went to Justin and was tasting there. Justin Winery is a very well-known winery in Paso Robles, and I think that for that area they're really proud of that particular winery. So when I was reading about Justin, first I'll give you some history on the winery itself, and then some interesting notes I have on that particular year, 2008, for the winemaking. So Justin is family owned and actually family owned and operated. It was founded in 1981 by Justin and Deborah Baldwin.
So it's their first name. It's a first name and a last name. It wasn't a Justin family. It was a guy named Justin.
Yeah, it's a guy named Justin,
and
they named it Justin. But it's operated by him and his wife, and so I guess they could have called it Baldwin Wines, but I suppose they went with Justin.
She gets nothing in it. She gets nothing out of it.
But on their website, it's fully accredited to both of them running the winery and starting it and that kind of stuff. So the wines are available all across the U.S. and in fact up to 20 countries now. And they focus on more Bordeaux-style blends. And interestingly enough, the vineyard also runs a bed and breakfast, where they offer 4 luxury suites, so you can actually stay on the vineyard and have like a nice romantic holiday.
Well, Justin, if you're watching this, you should invite us to come stay at your.
That's right.
Stay at your vineyard. We will absolutely do a video there.
You could do that, and we could offer you that.
Yeah.
They also have a gourmet restaurant right there on the vineyard, so you can have
fantastic.
You can have dinner. You can stay there overnight in their suites.
So you can get drunk there, and then you don't have to drive. You just stay over. You're there.
That's right. So it seems like really cool place to stay in Paso
Robles.
Robles.
Not that you should get drunk while you're wine tasting.
It's a cool place to stay in Paso Robles, and it's a very well-known winery, very popular place. So I definitely recommend visiting there. If not just in the wine tasting room, if you are to visit Paso Robles. Okay, so now to the wine. So if you look up online,
I'll pour this while you're saying this.
Wineries in 2008, you'll notice that in 2008 was kind of not the greatest year for the wines in California, and it's because of the difficulties in the seasons and growing the grapes during this year. So they found that there was problems with frost, sort of in the mid March and into April, and then
No one likes frost.
spring continued dry and warm, spiking these unseasonably. And it was spiking this sort of unseasonably high dry and warmth in mid-May. So this changing weather pattern was quite abrupt. And these conditions caused some vineyards to shatter, is what they said, with crop loss. Actually, so it reduced their yields that year to the changing weather patterns to 50% in some vineyards. Wow. So there was a lot of loss of the grapes and this kind of thing. So, however, they say that the summer was kind of this consistent warmth with dry and cool nights with no heat spikes. So this mild summer allowed the other 50% of the grapes that survived to ripen evenly. And so they were very particular about picking for the season and made sure that their picking was consistent and hand-sorted and that kind of stuff. So some sort of challenges with the 2008 season.
This is a survivor.
So this is a survivor of the 50% from the original growth of grapes that season. So we'll see how it smells. Definitely a lot of black cherry and or red fruits really. So cherries and blackberries.
Yeah, it's really very strong. You can smell the fruit. It's very fruity.
Sort of plum undertones even. Mm-hmm. It's really actually quite a nice aroma for Cabernet Sauvignon.
All right, well.
Very fruity smelling Cabernet Sauvignon.
Cheers to all of you at home. Let's all have a taste.
Mm-hmm. Cheers to me.
Oh, there you go.
It's forgetting about me now. So we'll give it a taste. Oh, interesting. It's a very fruit-forward Cabernet. It's like that. There's a particular. I'm blanking on the name of this particular.
Very, very tannic. You can. I mean, this is another one. This happened to us last week that really could breathe for a lot longer. But boy, it's really got some ripe flavors.
Actually, I'm finding it to fall on the mid-tongue area, giving that acidic tone even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not really as tannic. More maybe acidic.
I guess so. Almost. Maybe it is more acidic.
Yeah.
And actually, the wines I think are known to be acidic in Paso Robles, so it makes sense.
Really fruit-forward Cabernet, though.
A little bit of oak. I'm getting a little oak.
Definitely a little bit oak. I mean, it was aged in oak barrels, 28% new oak barrels, but for the most part, American barrels.
Oh yeah, it's really smooth though.
But definitely a fruit-forward Cabernet, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Lower tones on sort of the oakiness and sort of more of this like berry fruit-forward flavor with sort of it's a good balance with the tannins and the acidity. Actually, I don't find any one to be more overwhelming than the other.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy with the balance actually.
So what would you give it? What's your rating?
I'm going to give it an A-.
An A-, wow. I will actually give it a B.
Okay.
Because I do like it. It's really good. But for cabs, I like a heartier cab. This tastes a little bit almost more like a Zinfandel to me. It's a lighter.
It does,
it's a lighter cab. It's a fruitier cab.
It definitely has that fruitier
which is still
character.
Good. But for a cab, I have to give it a B. Still amazing wine though.
It is good. It's interesting actually to have a cab
it's a whole different one.
Taste so fruity actually.
If you're not trying it with us, you should try
very
this out.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend giving it a try. Give it a whirl. Delicious wine. Quite happy with that.
Excellent. Well, there you go. That's it. Episode 2 here at winelovers.tv. Make sure to read our regular blog. You know, we have a full-time wine blog that's blogaboutwine.com. There's no way you can forget about that. You can also find us on Twitter at twitter.com/blogaboutwine. We've got some blog about wine stuff going on. Of course, you can watch us here at winelovers.tv. So, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week at winelovers.tv. Don't forget to come and visit us. Bye for now.